الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا Muhammad وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Okay, inshallah, we'll keep this very brief. Inshallah, I'm a bit delayed this time round in terms of putting up this video, so apologies. I'll try to get this done by Wednesday every week. The last couple of sessions, really, we didn't need to do much because it was quite simple. We were doing some revision. We had one or two revision sessions in between. So time to time, there might be a week or so that I don't do a revision video. But yeah, for this week we'll keep it brief. It's numbers that we're looking at, right? We covered numbers all the way up to 100. I did make a video on numbers a few weeks back, but we'll just inshallah go through it very quickly again. So from beginning, from واحد, so again واحد, اثنان, right? And we have ثلاثة, أربعة, خمسة, ستة, سبعة, ثمانية, تسعة, عشرة. Yes, 1 to 10, easy. واحد, اثنان, ثلاثة, أربعة, خمسة, ستة, سبعة, ثمانية, تسعة, عشرة. Then 11 to 20, we have أحد عشر, أحد عشر, and إثنى عشر. Okay. أحد عشر, إثنى عشر. The reason why I put this in red, these two are slightly different because obviously if you look at number one, it's واحد, we use واحد. For 11, أحد عشر. It's the other version of one. We have واحد and أحد. So we have واحد here, أحد, أحد عشر. And then number two is إثنان with a noon at the end. But for 12, we don't say اثنان عشر, we say اثنا عشر. We drop the noon. اثنا عشر. And that's why I've circled these two in red. The rest of them from 13 to 19 follow the same, like the pattern, the unit and then the 10. ثلاثة, but you put fatha at the end of the unit. So the number 3 is a fatha. ثلاثة عشر, أربعة عشر, خمسة عشر, ستة عشر, سبعة عشر, ثمانية عشر, تسعة عشر. And then 20 is عشرون, عشرون, right? Let's put that right in front. عشرون. Then we have واحد وعشرون, اثنان وعشرون, right? Follows that same pattern. واحد وعشرون, so the unit first, and then واحد وعشرون, اثنان وعشرون, ثلاثة وعشرون, ثلاثة, واحد وعشرون, اثنان وعشرون, ثلاثة وعشرون, أربعة وعشرون, خمسة وعشرون, ستة وعشرون, سبعة وعشرون, ثمانية وعشرون, تسعة وعشرون, and then ثلاثون. So 30 to 90 is quite easy, as in it starts off with the beginning of the letter. So ثلاثة, we take the beginning of that word, sorry, ثلا, and then ثون, we take the ta marbuta off, and then the tha at the end, we add a waw and a noon. ثلاثون, ثلاثون. Yeah. ثلاثون. And the number 40 will be أربعون, أربعون. Okay, and so on. خمسون will be خمسون. So ثلاثون, أربعون, 40, 50, خمسة, خمسون, 60 is ستة is number 6, so it will be ستون. سبعة، سبعون، ثمانية، ثمانون، تسعة، تسعون. And then مئة, 100 at the end. مئة. So 21 to 29 is in that way, and then 31 to 39 is exactly the same. So واحد وثلاثون، اثنان وثلاثون، ثلاثة وثلاثون، أربعة وثلاثون، خمسة وثلاثون، ستة وثلاثون، سبعة وثلاثون، ثمانية وثلاثون، تسعة وثلاثون, and then أربعون. And that is the same for the rest, all the way from 51 to 41 to 49, 51 to 59. So واحد وأربعون would be 41, اثنان وأربعون, ثلاثة وأربعون, and then 51 would be واحد وخمسون, اثنان وخمسون, ثلاثة وخمسون. 61 would be واحد وستون, اثنان وستون, ثلاثة وستون, and all the way to the end, right? And that's it. That's the numbers 1 to 100 done, and 100 is mi'ah. 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 Day of the week, we know that right now. Alhamdulillah, not going to go over that. Fusul al-Sana, you've got the full four Fusul al-Sanas right in front of you. Alhamdulillah, Shita, Saif, Kharif, Rabi', and you can memorize them. And then you've got the Hijriya, which is Muharram, Safar, Rabi'ul Awwal, Rabi'ul Akhir, Jamad al-Ula, Jamad al-Thaniya, Rajab, Sha'ban, Ramadan, Shawwal, Dhul-Qa'dah, Dhul-Hijjah. And these are the months, the 12 months in the Hijriya calendar. Al Miladiya, we'll leave that out. Miladiya is Yanayir, February, but inshallah we know that. Let's move on to the next one. And then we had the conversation, right? Sabah al Khair, Sabah al Noor. Right? Good morning, good morning. Both of them mean good morning, right? Literally, there might be a slight nuance difference, but you won't use that in language. You know, would you even translate that? Here, Sabah al Khair means good morning, Sabah al Noor, good morning. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. Ahlan wa sahlan, ahlan bika. Marhaban, marhaban bika. كيف حالك? كيف الحال? كيف حالك? How is your state? Literally saying, how is your state? You can say, like, for example, even in English, right? If you say, how are you? In Arabic, the closest equivalent to that would be كيف أنت or كيف أنتِ. How are you? كيف حالك, literally, how is your state? But obviously, it's not something understood that to be that literal in Arabic that we're saying, or in English, how is your state? Right? كيف حالك or كيف حالك and كيف الحال. كيف الحال is very general, like we're saying, like, no, what's up or how's how's thing. It's general. It's not literally saying how is your state. It's just saying how is the state. كيف الحال. But both have the same meaning, right? How are you? How are you? كيف حالك? كيف الحال? بخير والحمد لله. بخير والحمد لله. Right? Or you can just say بخير. Or you can just say alhamdulillah. The responses and the salam responses, I mean, they're quite loose. We're flexible with them in Arabic language. It's not very stringent that you have to use a particular version. Sometimes you have multiple versions that you can use, and it's quite similar in other languages, right? So you can say, how's things, what's up, you okay, good, alhamdulillah. You can say multiple different ways in terms of giving salam. And the same with, like, good evening, Masa al Noor at the bottom we have, and Masa al Khair, saying good evening, see you later, good night, whatever. Alhamdulillah. Let's move on. Masmuka, masmuka at the top, and then we have ismi. We know that by now. Alhamdulillah, masmuka for a boy, masmuki for a female, and we have ismi Ahmed or ismi Sophia or shay akhar. Uh, we have ila liqa. I know we have this is tasharrafna. Let's go to the next one, number 7. Sab'a, the top, yeah. So we have tasharrafna, and then تشرفنا بك وفرصة طيبة فرصة سعيدة تشرفنا بك فرصة سعيدة وفرصة طيبة, right? When you respond, you realize تشرفنا بك, Bika. Ahlan wa sahlan, ahlan bika. Okay. Ma jinsiyatuka, right? Ana Misri or Ana Misriya. Ana Misri or Ana Misriya, right? Min aina anta, min aina anta, remember is ana min, right? Min aina anta will be ana min, I am from. Where are you from? I am from Egypt. Ma jinsiyatuka is asking about one's nationality. So ana Misri or ana Misriya. If it's ma jinsiyatuki, it's ana Misriya. Ma jinsiyatuka ana Misri. Okay. So you got one asking about nationality, you have the other asking where you're from. Okay. Remember not to mix these two. Okay. Right. And then we have at the end إلى اللقاء مع السلامة في أمان الله or مع السلامة سلمك الله. And again, it's very loose. Like someone can say إلى اللقاء, you can say إلى اللقاء. مع السلامة مع السلامة. You can say إلى اللقاء مع السلامة. You can say السلام عليكم وعليكم السلام. السلام عليكم. Or whatever you want to say, right? Alhamdulillah, flexible. Down the bottom, you have nationality, and I believe this is what we stopped on, right? You have obviously names of countries, and then you have nationality, and that's what we have in English too, right? In Pakistan, Pakistani, Bangladesh, Bangladeshi, and likewise, right? Here, number 10 عشرة, you have Turkiya, Turkiya, and then you have Turkey with a shadda at the end. Turkey. That's Turkish as for a male. For a female, it'd be Turkiya with a ta marbuta at the end. You add a ta marbuta. So this is a ta marbuta. Ta marbuta means it's a closed ta or a tied ta. It's written in these two ways, right? We can see ta marbutas. So Turkiya, Turkey or Turkiya. Or as you can see here, number 12, إثنا عشر is السعودية. السعودية. Okay, this is oh, sorry, I said it's not a surname. This is Saudiya. This is the name of the country. So sometimes the name of the country will have a tam marbuta at the end. Don't confuse that with a nationality as well. There you go. A Saudi. Saudi. Saudi is a Saudi, right? National a male. And if it's a female, it'll be Saudiya. So it'll be so this one, remember the country name has alif lam. As-Saudiya. If it's a nationality, it'll be Saudiya for a female and Saudi for a male. 14, 14, Misr, and we have Misriya. Misriya, right? Yeah, that's an Egyptian, I believe. It's meant to be Misriya with a ta marbuta at the end. And then 16, 16, Libya, the country name Libya, and nationality for a female Libyan, Libya. Or if it's a male, it'd be Libi, Libi, without the ta marbuta. Okay. So you have country names and nationalities. Remember, ta marbuta at the end will give to say the nationality for a female, and without the ta marbuta, it'll be the male. But don't get confused with some of the country names that also ended ta marbuta, like As-Saudiya. But the indication of that is alif lam at the end. It's a country's name, right? And Saudi, Saudi, okay, is without alif lam, and that's the male nationality in Saudi is the female. Alhamdulillah. So inshallah we'll stop there, keep it short, and see you in the lesson later on. Please, if everyone can try to do their homework before they come to. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.